Paul in Woodinville, Washington. Hey, Paul, what's on your mind today?
Hi, Tom. What occurred to me is that the meltdown of the Republican Party, as we are seeing it now, I think is strong evidence that what is responsible for the dysfunction in government over the last arguably 25 years is the Republican Party. And I'll make my case quickly here. I keep hearing people say that Donald Trump has cluster B personality disorder and so on. Now I have a little bit of a background in psychology, but I couldn't. So I looked it up. I don't have a DSM-5, but I thought let's go to Wikipedia and see what it says about cluster B, which is narcissistic personality disorder, also known as megalomania, formerly.
Right.
Wikipedia lists 9.
Cluster B has 4 types. It's histrionic, narcissistic. What is the one where you define yourself by others? Borderline personality disorder, yeah. And there's one other I'm forgetting. Well, back to you, Paul.
I was going to make this point that Wikipedia lists 9 characteristics of narcissistic personality disorder, and I would suggest that if you go look at this, anybody can see that in the news cycle, even in the last month, Donald Trump has exhibited all 9 of those symptoms,
sure.
characteristics.
Oh, he's a classic narcissist.
Yeah, well, and through this whole election cycle, multiple times he's matched every one of these. Now, that's not the important part. Okay, he has a problem. He's probably had this problem for a long time. But the reaction of the Republican Party, you see, in mental illness, as I'm familiar with it, often in mental illness, families who have a mentally ill member, there is dysfunction runs rampant in the family. Not that other family members are necessarily mentally ill, but it's an environment which is conducive to someone who has a proclivity towards mental illness.
Right.
And I would suggest that the reaction to Donald Trump by the Republican Party is just like a family that has a mentally ill member. Matter of fact, Phyllis Schlafly, yesterday, listening to her, sounded like a grandmother of a family that's just in denial of this mental illness. And frequently in these families, there is infighting between them about the person who has the mental illness.
Sure.
I'm familiar with a family who's like this. They had a big family meltdown over this person who happens to be mentally ill. And so my suggestion is that Donald Trump has found his family. The family was already dysfunctional, and I think that the meltdown is evidence of the fact that the family's been dysfunctional, and it's a perfect place for him.
Yeah, I think you're right. And so then we have to ask the question, what made the Republican Party mentally ill? And I would say, the corrupting influence of corporate money, because corporations, by definition, are sociopaths, which is a mental illness. Paul, thank you for the call. It's always great to hear from you. We'll be back. It's 15 minutes before the hour.
You're listening to Thom Hartmann. Visit ThomHartmann.com for audio and video archive.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.